closing this out if they can just stay alive as they do. And wow, hats off to both those teams. I mean, Proton put up a hell of a tournament, but Space Station, props to them for bouncing back and staying strong.
Enemy about to score.
It's wild. Every time we switch, it's not the same round. It's not a parallel series, but we're watching the same game types and maps, it feels like. And as we head back to recharge, King of the Hill here, Rebellion versus Faze Clan in your winner finals. And Rebellion, like they have so often in this tournament today in the OBJs, strike first.
Enemy team took
So
the
important to
hill.
strike first in King of the Hill as well, because any hill advantage can sometimes end up being a situation where you can later in the game play the clock
Took the hill.
and do a good job of shutting down the push. Looks like Faze was set up on this side of the map before it had moved, but doesn't matter if you quickly decimate that setup. Shoots his teammate in the back with the shock rifle. That was a bit unfortunate timing. Gotta watch your head, man. I've sniped a few teammates in the back of the head, but like, is it really my fault if they walk into my reticle? I'm not sure.
Everyone's out for blood. Doesn't matter if you're wearing the same team colors. Damage goes out, and 3 go down for Rebellion. Only 1, now 2 on the side of Faze Clan, so they have a slight numbers advantage, and they're turning it into hill time. Snakebite, do they know he's taken his spot on the sneaky side? Well, because of his teammate dropping there, they both know that they're both there. But wow, nice bait and switch though. My God, Monster and Snakebite forming a formidable duo, and now Snakebite gets the sticky on the knee, and 3-4 go down for Rebellion. Wow, this out of nowhere, this could be a one fell swoop king of the hill capture for Faze.
Enemy about to
Very
score.
impressive retake of the entire map, seemingly. Rebellion spawning on this A side don't have a very easy approach angle. If I were them, I'd say let's just set up for next, because it looks like they will take some space in the tower. I think the idea there is to stop Faze from having an easy rotation into A. You've got to get through many steps of the Rebellion defense before you can get in, and it's Faze 4 dead as they try to rotate in. So great defensive plays from Rebellion. They set up in the new hill and get themselves in perfect positioning to stop Faze from pushing in on either side.
This is exactly why it is so crucial to take the first hill in King of the Hill. You afford yourself the opportunity to win the resets on the next hill. So let's say Faze does tie it like they have here. Rebellion are going to have the edge to get the rotation on next, and they've turned it into 50%. So let's say even after a Rebellion score here, Faze are going to have the advantage to get the next rotation, but that's just to tie it. Rebellion will then have that edge again to regain the lead. So we're seeing that chase factor, if you will, take place here in King of the Hill. So important to strike first, as Rebellion are looking to strike again though.
Well, they're able to do so because they struck first, right? I mean, the nature of the game type is, and the design of the game type is for it to go back and forth. If you've got map positioning for one hill, you've got to earn map positioning for the next. And more often than not, these teams are opting to just set up for next. But if you got that first hill and you trade back and forth, you ultimately win the game, right?
It's playing out exactly like what we were discussing here. Faze do get next, but again, their optimal option here is to just tie it. Mental though, optimal with the shots, earns a double kill and a shock. No, Monster shuts that down before getting shut down shortly after. It's Suppressed who's able to clean up on the remains of that shock, and he's got a full magazine left to work with.
He gets his face beat in by Renegade in short succession, though. He said, I'll be taking that. See if Renegade can put it to work, as we've seen him do so many times. But the pressure from Cycle
Took the hill.
comes in through the tower side. But the good news is the rest of his team was getting kills at the same time. But Cycle just hunting him down, finally takes him down. But Shock Rifle going to go back into the hands of Faze, this time in the hands of Monster.
What does Shock look like on mouse and keyboard? Let's find out. Monster with it. And now looking to hit that jump up to the C platform. I imagine he's going to try to take this to the top of the tower, but you got 2-3 members of Rebellion stopping that push. But my God, Monster finds the assist. The collateral damage there chains across 2 players, but 3 go down for Faze. Now 3 go down for Rebellion. It's a 1v1. Monster versus Suppressed, but Monster isn't close enough or doesn't have the angle enough to contest this hill. So for now, Suppressed is going to take it, but wow, Faze are very close. They need one more wipe, one more push to tie up this match.
Suppressed saw the way Faze was posturing across the map, wisely gets out of dodge because Faze was ready to get the cross shot from multiple angles on him, but the pressure, look how fast Faze broke the setup. That was very good timing. They fly through Whirlpool, get to bat ledge. They've got two good sidelines on the hill. At the same time, they push through the tower. Almost a textbook perfect push out of Faze earns them the closeout hill, and that's an important hill to get as well, because not only do you get it from the seaside, but seaside is also the best part of the map to hold for this next hill. So Faze getting a lot of early time. Royal 2 completely content to use the camo to just sit in the hill, but somehow gets spotted out. Looks like maybe some rogue grenade damage lights up his shield, and he gets deleted off the map.
Yeah, you're right. Here on recharge, hill 4 into hill 5, probably the easiest rotation to win after previously scoring, and Faze have done a good job of maximizing on that, taking a lead here. It looks like 30% to 10%, as Royal 2 looks to add to that with this shock, taking his sights to the bat ledge. But now with A spawns here, you can see, I think for sure, actually, I know Royal 2 knows that they spawn there. That's why he's slowly creeping forward now. As he spots nobody at A, he knows that they've moved onto the tower. Mental getting some great shots up top mid, suppressed on the flank, but Royal 2 with the perfect chase nade.
So impressive and so important to keep himself alive, and now uses the grapple in one fell swoop to rotate from A to C. The perfect rotation during this hill. Cycle doesn't even see it happen, just slips right beneath him, and all of a sudden Faze are back in control. Royal 2 stays alive. I was a little worried his momentum might carry him off the map, but does slide to get that friction. And Cycle, though, seems like time and time again, Cycle is hunting down the players that are so important to kill. Takes down the shock player, but finds himself on an island, and he's going to get taken down. Faze stay firmly in control.
2-2. Less than 2 to go. Rebellion on match point, but Faze Clan have this hill all but wrapped up, especially after Suppressed goes down. Monster's able to retain possession of the camo. Love how he's milking the final seconds with camo in the hill. And after that heads up play, Eli, he's still going to have a 10 to 12 seconds to work with on that camo, but you can tell Rebellion has their prioritization set. Monster was priority number 1. They take him down. Can Rebellion now rotate next and gain this next hill? This is Faze Clan's first lead of the match.
Faze looking good here. Snakebite's got early hill time as well. They are not going to run the clock. It's too risky when you've only got a 1 hill lead. Also, no reason to not be in the hill if you feel like you can be there safely, as Snakebite has already got nearly half of this hill seemingly uncontested. Not even a grenade being thrown in his direction. Seems like the rest of Faze are in perfect positions to stop and slow down Rebellion. Finally, they do take down Snakebite, but not without losing 2 members of their own.
Uh-oh, Mental goes down to low HP, and that could send the numbers advantage to Faze. It does. Mental goes down. As good as he is at staying alive, he's not able to there, and Renegade, another member that's very difficult to take down. But when you send 2, that makes sense. That's the mathematical numbers you need. World 2 does trade out, but that's a +1 net outcome for them. As Snakebite stays alive, wins a crucial one against Suppressed. A lot of green and red X's on your screen. Who's going to be able to be the most efficient here? Looks like for now Rebellion are, but they're dropping like flies now. Royal 2 gets a slay. Renegade does too. Snakebite the third. He needs to join the party. He does, but trades out. 3 go down again. So crucial. Just a +1 net outcome advantage for Faze Clan, but that's what they need to find this next hill in a game 5.
Snakebite's 1v1 win in Whirlpool had a lot riding on it. If he loses that, Rebellion could have gotten these A-side spawns, and Royal 2 just holding the elevator, understanding that they have the best approach angle to the hill as long as they have that A control. Snakebite coming in through the opposite side to make the pinch full and complete. And if they can just get a couple more slays, we will be sent to a game 5.
It would be fitting, right? Every series has been a game 5, so follow the script, Faze Clan. Take this dub and take us and the Halo community to another game 5. But for now, Mental at low shields. Talked about his ability to stay alive. This is a great example of it, as he steals the last hill that looked like could have been the win for Faze. Now they got to sweat a little bit, and Eli, this is going to go to sudden death OT. I don't imagine either of these 2 teams will score in the next 45 seconds. So pie chart and a little bit of extra time on your screen, I imagine, in the next minute or so. But for now, Faze are in the hill. The 2 go down. Rebellion have a +1 advantage. Suppressed at low shields, though, is going to take his time to get in this hill. And I love the setup with the shroud screen, providing himself a little bit more protection.
Wow, this one is going to come down to the wire. This is going to be an absolute brawl for Hill time. So many grenades coming out. Renegade with the shock is going to want to stay alive with this gun as long as possible. If he gives this to Shopify, that could make all the difference. But if he can just hit some shots right here, it's not going to matter. Does enough damage to cycle that should be able to be cleaned up, but not the flying mental comes in with the grapple, gets the melee, but it's not enough to take out Renegade. And now Renegade just trying to stay alive. You hear the 10-second warning, but that is false. We are absolutely going to overtime here. Another couple minutes will be added to the clock, and it's going to be sudden death. Whoever captures this next hill wins.
What a treat. We're playing to time and the total hills capture. We're going to reach 0-0-0 on the clock and 4 hills in total for the winning team. An electric, incredible game number 4 here where Faze needs this one to maintain their chance to take that token into the grand finals. Renegade looking to make sure that he secures it, secures the shock. Faze secure the camo. The next thing for them to do is to secure this hill. They secure 3 down, and this looks like it could be a stretch run finish here for Faze Clan. If they can thwart the next push from Rebellion, we're going to a game 5.
Rebellion's here though. They've got a couple players in the back of the hill, but they're taking heavy damage. Renegade finally taken down after what felt like the longest life of the game. We've talked about it time and time again that he just has that champion's mentality, the ability to will himself to victory. Snakebite must have had a call out about a one-shot there, maybe feeling like it was worth it to try to trade out, but he gets killed without trading out, which means Rebellion are going to feel a little bit more confident to sit in this hill, and they look to close out the series unless Faze can make a perfect push right now.
And now Rebellion is where Faze just found themselves, needing to stop one final pusher. They'll take this match and this series. Mental looking to secure it. Had 1 shot left with the use of the grapple, and 1 DMR bullet finds the sleigh, and 2, 3 go down for Faze Clan, and that will do it. Rebellion again, back-to-back weeks, make it to the grand finals from the winner side, absolutely dismantling the big 3 while at it. As Rebellion move on, Faze drop to your lower final. Wow.
Rebellion playing absolutely incredible, so clutch time and time again, and I feel a little bit deprived of another game 5, but I mean, if you're Shopify, you don't care about the casters and what they want, right? Like, you just want to get to grand finals. So wow, props to these guys. I mean,